Have you ever met someone who looked exactly like you? Tom Hanks did. In 2012, he walked into a gas station in Nevada and came face to face with a man who could have been his twin. But when Tom heard the man's story, he realized this wasn't a coincidence. It was something much bigger. If you love discovering the untold stories behind Hollywood's greatest legends, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell because we uncover the hidden moments that reveal who these celebrities really are. August 15th, 2012. Barstow, California. 3:45 p.m. Tom Hanks was on a road trip. Just him and the open highway. He did this sometimes, got in his car and drove. No destination, no schedule, just the freedom of the road. It helped him think. It helped him remember who he was when the cameras weren't rolling. He stopped at a gas station somewhere between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. One of those old stations that looked like it hadn't been updated since 1975. 2 pumps, a small convenience store, and a garage with a faded sign that said, Eddie's Auto Repair. Tom filled up his tank and went inside to pay. That's when he saw him. The man behind the counter was maybe 55 years old. Same height as Tom, same build, same thinning hair, same blue eyes, same slightly crooked smile. It was like looking in a mirror, if the mirror showed you a version of yourself that had lived a completely different life. Tom stopped in his tracks. The man looked up from his newspaper and froze too. For a long moment they just stared at each other. "Holy shit," the man finally said. "You look just like Tom Hanks." Tom laughed. "I get that a lot." "No, and I mean exactly like him. Are you his brother or something?" "Something like that." The man squinted at him. Then his eyes went wide. "Wait, you're actually him, aren't you? You're Tom Hanks." "Guilty." "Holy shit." The man came around the counter still staring. "This is crazy. Do you see this? Do you see how much we look alike?" Tom did see it. It was uncanny. The resemblance was so strong it was almost unsettling. "I'm Eddie," the man said, extending his hand. "Eddie Hawkins. I've owned this station for 30 years, and I've been hearing my whole life that I look like you." "Nice to meet you, Eddie, and yeah, I see what you mean. It's pretty wild." Eddie laughed. "You have no idea. Every tourist who comes through here says the same thing. Hey, you look like that actor. I've been signing fake autographs for years. Hope you don't mind. I think I can let that slide." They stood there, 2 men who could have been twins, separated by circumstance and luck. Tom found himself curious. "You got time for a coffee, Eddie? I'd love to hear your story." Eddie looked around the empty station. "I got nothing but time. Let me close up the register." They sat at a small table by the window, drinking bad coffee from a pot that had been sitting too long. Eddie told Tom about his life. He had grown up in Ohio, small town, working-class family. His father worked in a factory. His mother was a nurse. He had dreams of being an actor when he was young. Took drama classes in high school. Was pretty good, people said. His teacher told him he had real talent. "So, what happened?" Tom asked. Eddie shrugged. "Life happened. My dad got sick when I was 19. Lung cancer. Someone had to help my mom pay the bills. I dropped out of community college and got a job at a garage. Turned out I was good with cars. One thing led to another. Moved out here in my 20s, met a girl, bought this station, had kids. Any regrets?" Eddie thought about it. "Sometimes. Late at night, when I'm watching one of your movies, I think about what might have been. What if my dad hadn't gotten sick? What if I'd gone to LA like I planned? Could that have been me up there on the screen?" He laughed, but there was something sad underneath it. It's stupid, I know. A million guys move to Hollywood with dreams of making it. Most of them end up waiting tables or driving Ubers. I probably would have been one of them. At least here I've got something real, a business, a family, a life. Tom was quiet for a moment. Can I tell you something, Eddie? Sure. I grew up in a lot of places. My parents divorced when I was young. I moved around constantly. Never felt like I belonged anywhere. When I was 19, I was living in Cleveland, working odd jobs, trying to figure out my life. Eddie's eyes widened. Cleveland? I grew up outside Cleveland. I know, that's what I'm saying. Tom leaned forward. We could have been the same person, Eddie. Same age, same area, probably same dreams. The only difference is luck. Random, stupid luck. My dad didn't get sick, I didn't have to drop out. I caught some breaks that had nothing to do with talent or hard work. That's not true. You're talented. Anyone can see that. So are you, probably. But you never got the chance to find out, and that's not fair. Eddie didn't know what to say. I think about this a lot, Tom continued. Every time I accept an award or see my name on a poster, I think about all the people who could have been me. All the Eddie Hawkinses out there who had the talent but not the luck. It keeps me humble. Or at least it's supposed to. Eddie stared at his coffee cup. You know what's funny? I used to be jealous of you, not in a mean way, but I'd watch your movies and think, that could have been me. It ate at me sometimes, made me feel like I had wasted my life. And now you're sitting in my gas station, drinking my bad coffee, telling me that luck is the only difference between us. And I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. Tom smiled. Can I show you something? He pulled out his phone and showed Eddie a photo. It was Tom's family, his wife Rita, his kids, his grandchildren. This is what matters, Tom said. Not the movies, not the awards. This, the people who love you, the life you build, the small moments that nobody sees. He pointed at Eddie's wall, where there were photos of a woman, 2 kids, and several grandchildren. That's your wife? Carol, married 32 years. Your kids? Michael and Sarah, and those are my grandkids, 4 of them now. That's what you built, Eddie. That's your legacy, not what you didn't do, what you did. Eddie looked at the photos on his wall. He had looked at them 1,000 times before, but something was different now. I never thought about it that way. Most people don't. They think about what they missed, what they didn't achieve. They forget to count what they have. They talked for 2 more hours. About life, about family, about the roads taken and not taken. Tom told Eddie stories from his movie sets. Eddie told Tom stories from 30 years of running a gas station in the desert. They laughed. They connected. 2 strangers who could have been brothers, finally meeting in the middle of nowhere. Before Tom left, he did something unexpected. Eddie, I want to give you something. You don't have to. I know I don't have to. I want to. Tom pulled out his checkbook. I want you to take your wife on a trip. Somewhere you've always wanted to go. Hawaii, Europe, wherever. This is for that. He wrote a check and handed it to Eddie. Eddie looked at the amount and his jaw dropped. Tom, this is too much. I can't accept this. Yes, you can. Consider it payment for the bad coffee and the good conversation. Tom smiled. And consider it a thank you. For what? For reminding me that there's no such thing as a small life. For showing me what I could have been if things had gone differently. For being happy anyway. Eddie tried to hand the check back. I don't need your charity. It's not charity, it's gratitude. There's a difference. Tom closed Eddie's hand around the check. Take your wife somewhere nice, make some memories, and stop wondering about what could have been. You have a good life, Eddie. Don't forget that. Tom drove away from that gas station with something he hadn't had when he arrived: perspective. He thought about Eddie a lot in the following months, about the thin line between success and anonymity, about how easily their positions could have been reversed, about the millions of people who have talent and dreams but never get the break they need. Eddie took Carol to Italy that fall. First time either of them had been out of the country. They spent 2 weeks eating pasta, drinking wine, and wandering through ancient cities. It was the trip of a lifetime. Eddie sent Tom a postcard from Rome. It just said, "Thank you for seeing me. Eddie." Tom still has that postcard. He keeps it in his desk drawer. On days when Hollywood feels too big, too fake, too disconnected from reality, he takes it out and reads it. It reminds him of something important. Fame is luck. Success is timing. But kindness is a choice. Every single day, kindness is a choice. Today, Eddie Hawkins is 67 years old. He still runs the gas station. He still looks like Tom Hanks. Tourists still stop and do double takes. Eddie still smiles and signs fake autographs. But something has changed. He doesn't wonder anymore about what could have been. He looks at his wife, his kids, his grandchildren, and he knows exactly what he has: a good life, a real life. And one strange afternoon when he met his doppelganger and learned that the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's just a different shade of green.